Hi there, thanks for checking out our repair channel. This is going to be an overview of this unit, and we're going to test it and show you how it works, and we're going to tell you what some of these displays mean on this as well. So these are pretty slick units that Gallagher used to make. They don't make them anymore. This is called the MBX2500. They made a 1500 version up in Canada. Oh, they sold a 1500 version up in Canada, but these were sold, I think, globally. But the MBX 2500 was strictly on the United States side, was just sold here in the United States. They didn't make the 1500, or they didn't sell the 1500 version in the United States, but they did up in Canada. They sold both versions. But this is one that we worked on for a customer and got going again. Pretty slick unit. These are really well built. What's nice about them, they give you a display on the front that tells you what's going on, tells you how many joules you're using or the unit's putting out, tells you your output voltage. You can also, this symbol right here, which corresponds to this blue knob right there, is for your fence reference. We can monitor your fence voltage, and this one here for your ground side corresponds to this black knob, which is your ground reference, and keep tabs on your ground voltage. These two features, a lot of people don't use it, but it's there just in case. They come from the factory disabled. On the back of the unit, there is sometimes there's a little rubber piece that goes across here. You peel it away, and there's a set of 4 and a set of 8 switches on there, and a lot of those switches have to do with the thresholds and the alarm settings for the fence output voltage, your ground reference voltage, and your fence reference voltage, as well as I think for the remote control. This came with the remote control that would turn the energizer into standby mode at the fence from anywhere on the fence. The customer didn't send that with it because it probably wasn't bad, but this unit was bad, and we had to fix it up and rebuild it and everything. But but luckily it's a good working unit now. The comparable model that's built nowadays by Gallagher is called the M2800i. It's a 28 joule unit. This is 25 joules, so pretty darn close. But those things are about $1,000 brand new, give or take $100, depending on what people are selling for at the local store or online. But you can usually get this fixed for a lot cheaper actually than buying one of these things, or buying the 2000i new. But you know, we repaired this, give the customer a 1.5-year warranty on the repairs. Lightning damage is part of our warranty. Go to our website if you'd like, and you can check us out there, find a little bit more about us. It's fencerfixer.com. Fencer and Fixer, both spelled with an F as in Frank. But we'll go over this unit real quick and tell you a little bit about it, how it works. But if you'd like to subscribe to our channel and hit the thumbs up button at the same time, we would appreciate it. I'm looking for a deal here. Give me just a second here. Alright, I was looking for a tester to hook up to it. Now this is what's neat about this unit, is it's got this display on the front here that will tell you how many joules you're using, what your output voltage is, what your fence reference voltage is if you're using it, what your ground voltage reference is if you're using it, and then depending on what you have turned on and what you've got these thresholds set at for your voltage cutoffs. If you the alarm will, this thing will have a little tone that goes off, and the red light will come on next to here. A lot of people, like I said, don't use these. They come turned off and disabled from the factory, but you can go on there and turn them on. You got to look at your booklet, or there's a little quick reference guide on the back, tells you what switches do what. Unfortunately, the back of this one, the stickers all wore off, and you can't read the sticker, so I don't know what switches do what. But we'll power this unit on, and then we'll start telling you about it. Alright, as you can see, hopefully not a bad glare, it shows 5 joules, 8.4 kV, and then both of these are shown 0. I don't know if they had them turned on. Eventually, after a few pulses, our alarm will go off on this, saying, hey, your voltage on your ground is way too high. Your voltage on your fence, I can't see it, so it thinks, okay, there's nothing hooked up to it, or the fence voltage is falling below my threshold that I've got set on it, and an alarm was set up on here. These both show 0 because nothing's hooked to the ground reference on the black side, or the black knob, and nothing's hooked to the blue side for the ground reference. Now this is a 25 stored joule unit. It's only putting out 5 joules. These units have what they call, or what Gallagher calls, an adaptive control. So as your fence voltage or your fence conditions worsen, you get shorts on the fence, you know, whatever it is, you know, a bunch of grass, a bad insulator, dead short, tree limb touching it, you know, big storm come through, knocked over a post somehow, and now your wire's laying on the ground. This voltage will fall. The joules will climb gradually every pulse, and then this will fall. The voltage will fall down pretty low, but will eventually climb back up to whatever it can max itself out at, depending on the load. So I'm going to put my fence tester on here. This should be relatively close to what shows 8.4 on there. We're getting 8.3 on here, so it reads pretty darn close. So now what I'm going to do is I want to turn this off. I'm going to do 2 loads. I've got a standard load, which is 500 ohms. And then I've got a heavier load, which is, I think, 150 ohms. But first I'm going to attach my load. I'm going to do the 500 ohm load first, and which is standard load. And what you'll see is on the joules, it will, remember, it was at 5 and I was showing 8.4 kV. You'll see it climb up to probably 10 and 12. See how the voltage is slowly climbing back up, and we're at 11 joules and at 6.5 kV. So if you're walking by your place, your fence, you know, your charger, and it shows 5 kV one day, 8.5 kV there, all of a sudden you walk by, it shows 11 joules at 6.5 kV. This is as an example. You know, okay, I've got some shorts out there, something's dragging it down. You know, as your fence conditions worsen, this voltage will fall and gradually climb back up, but then the joules will slowly climb as well. So let's, I'm going to put my 150 ohm on there at the same time in parallel with my 500 ohms, so this will be about 300 ohms or so. See, the voltage fell. Joules is climbing, voltage is climbing back up. And see, we're at 25 joules at 3.7 kV, so we got a pretty heavy load. And as you fix your problem, you know, slowly come back down and build itself back up again. So that's how it adapts to the fence conditions. It does it on the fly. It doesn't take it 10 pulses to figure out if there's something going on or not. It adjusts itself accordingly. And say you fix your issue. Turn it off so I don't get zapped. Turn it back on real quick. Yeah, it goes right back down to that again. So I'm going to take my 150 ohm and put it straight across there. See, we are reading 2.7 or 3 kV roughly. And see, it's gradually climbing back up. See how the joules is climbing too? Because it's got to really fight through the problems on the fence. You see that top light flashing there? It's flashing yellow and red every once in a while. It means there's a problem going on. But as soon as you fix your problem, you know, the joules falls back down, voltage falls back down, or falls down and goes back to a reasonable number. So it's right back to 5 kV at 8.4. So that's what's nice. You can tell exactly what's going on with your charger, or well, that too, and going on with your fence just by glancing at the screen. You know, so the higher the joules climbs, the worse the short you have, because it has to ramp its joules up to fight through whatever problems are on the fence, and your voltage will fall originally, and then will gradually climb up as high as it can feel that it can do, based on the joules and based on what your shorts are on your fence. So from a glance walking by, you can tell exactly how things are going. If you walk by and there are things reading 12 joules at 6 kV, you're like, I got some shorts, but it's not doing too bad. And say another month goes by, now you're in the middle of spring and summer, and now your joules are sitting at 22 joules at 4 kV, or 4.4 kV. The fence is still hitting pretty darn hard, but you've only got 4,000 volts, say, on the fence. Or at least coming out of the charger. You don't know what's at the fence unless you test your fence. But that's what the charger is trying to put out. That tells you, okay, I got to go fix my fence. I got to track down the fault, see what's dragging my charger down on the fence. But as soon as you fix your problem, or you think you fix your problem, you plug the unit back in, turn it back on, the joules should hopefully adjust downwards to a lower number, and the voltage up here should hopefully climb up some. So, but the higher the joules, lower the voltage, the worse the shorts are on your fence, but then the harder the unit's working, the more stressed out it's getting as well. So, but that's just an overview of this unit, you know, how it works and everything. I don't have the remote control here, like I said, to show you how the unit works on the remote control that these units came with. So I don't have that to show you, but anyways, if you've got a Gallagher MBX2500 or any other Gallagher model or any other brand or model, no matter how old it is, we'll take a look at it for you. We'll give you a free quote and you know, a 1.5 year warranty on all the repairs that we do. So hopefully you like this video. This is a pretty good unit, really well built. Got good electronics on the inside. Not much bad you can say to these things other than the fact that they're quite a bit of money. But, you know, you're getting up to 25 joules of energy. You know, if you want that really high-powered stuff hitting your fence hard, you got it, you know, you pay the money for it. You know, plus it's a good quality unit, so you pay a good price for a good brand and good quality unit. You know, there's other companies make big units like this. Speedrite makes some stuff. Gallagher still makes stuff like this. Stay Fix makes some things, but I think overall this is you know, a better brand in general, and how it's built and how it's put together and how it works. This is a really good unit. So if you don't have one of these, but you got a smaller Gallagher unit, or you're looking at you've got, say, a Zariba, a Blitzer, American Farm Works, some kind of job like that, one of those units. If you're tired of putting the money into them things all the time, fixing them dumb things, you know, if you're like, man, I'm tired of putting my money into that thing, I fixed it 4 times in 6 years, I'm sick of this dumb thing, throw the Zariba away and buy a Gallagher. Or send the Zariba to us to fix, buy a Gallagher, and have your Zariba as a backup unit or something, because, you know, that stuff's junk. But get a Gallagher and you won't go wrong. There's some other brands out there that are pretty good, but this is probably in the top 3. Out of the top 3 that I like, this is probably my favorite one. So, but you can't go wrong with this brand. You know, good. If you got any questions on a particular model, how it works, or need one repaired, you know, go to our website and find our address on there, where to ship it to, and we'll help you out with the repairs on things. But until we do another repair video, or how one works, and how they operate, you know, we'll see you guys later.